Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ellen with a Y. Thank you so much for joining me this week. This is the 23rd episode on July 23rd. Some would say a golden birthday. So I'm really excited. We're going to have a good friend of mine on, Kiayani Douglas, later on in the show. We are going to dive right into hot topics. First being the show that I have followed since its inception, Riverdale. I'm obsessed, but I'm devastated because two of the lead stars who were together as a couple on the show were actually together in real life, and it's come out that they are they've broken up. So Lily Reinhart and Cole Sprouse have broken up. Jughead and Betty, also known as Bughead. I'm devastated. Look how cute they are. They're so sweet. Update, while I was editing, I saw on Instagram, Lily is proving us all wrong. They are still together. Hopefully they get back together. You guys know how much I love it when real life couples form on set. The next piece of information, I think a lot of us have been reeling since the Cats trailer for the movie coming out this winter came out. I was shown the trailer and I thought I was being shown a meme of the trailer. These are real images from the trailer. I don't know why Jennifer Hudson's face looks like it's just been like photoshopped onto a cat. Taylor Swift looks a little bit more like a cat, I guess. I'm so not here for this movie. I mean, obviously I think we're probably all gonna go see it, but it's terrible. This looks ridiculous. They should go take a note from The Lion King. They had a much more realistic representation of like lions and cats and things like that. The trailer looks ridiculous, and I couldn't even really hear the music because I was just so upset by it. So Cats trailer, let's see what happens with the Cats trailer. Probably we'll all go see it. I don't know. And then finally, the last piece of Hot Topics news. I watched the trailer for Mr. Rogers, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood with Tom Hanks playing Mr. Rogers. And I actually got choked up. It was so beautiful. It's like, I mean, of course it's Tom Hanks. He's like, he can do no wrong. God forbid. Everyone say a prayer. If something came out about Tom Hanks, I would be just devastated. I can't with like the things that come out, and then you scroll on Instagram, you see a black and white photo and they're either dead or like a horrific like abuser of some kind. Oh God, if that happened with Tom Hanks, I'd be devastated. It was such a great trailer. I hope that the movie is good. I've been hearing some good things about it. I loved Mr. Rogers when I was a kid. So here's, fingers crossed that, this movie is much better than Cats. So that is our hot topics for this evening, and that brings me into the Big Brother InLaw segment with my brother-in-law, Wayne Stankewicz, where we unpack the latest from this past week's episodes of Big Brother Season 21. Here we go. Hello.
So before we get started, I wanted to say congratulations on reaching 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, thanks, Wayne. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
For 10 million subscribers, you get a diamond play button. For 1 million, you get a gold play button. 100,000, you get a silver play button. So for 100, I have for you the cardboard play button.
A cardboard play button. Paper. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my God, Wayne, that is so sweet of you. Yeah, I did. I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's dive right in. I'm caught up. I'm also a little bit ahead. I'm curious. What do you think about everything that's going on?
So, I think this season has one of the grossest group of house guests, both personality-wise and physically. So we saw the whole cucumber thing the other night.
Oh, disgusting.
Bizarre. Yeah. And there were also reports that all of the female house guests that have been showering in the HOH room have developed some kind of rash that they've brought outside doctors in to take a look at.
No! A rash?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
So, yeah.
See, that's my thing. If you're showering in a communal shower, we're wearing flip-flops.
Yeah.
We're wearing flip-flops and like bleaching that on a regular basis. Ew.
Yeah.
These people didn't go to college. They don't know they don't understand communal living.
Nope. So there was definitely a lot of that gross personality stuff being thrown around all week. Everyone fighting, a lot of infighting, people lying about each other, particularly Christy and Annalise lying about Nicole and trying to sell out to the group.
I was really upset by the whole Nicole and Bella situation. That really upset me. I was having a hard time watching the episode.
Yeah, that's what I've heard a lot of people say, that was a tough episode to watch. Especially the part where they were all up in the diary room and everyone one by one tried to go in and they kind of got turned away, and it was just like, you see everyone else hanging out in the kitchen. And the most frustrating thing about it is I think each one of those people wants to so badly be one of the like cool kids that they're completely missing the fact that, hey, there's 8 people in that room all talking game and you're not invited. Maybe they're in an alliance without you.
Yeah, how does Jess not realize that was an alliance? She's like on another planet.
Yeah, she's I don't even think she's playing the game. There. So,
knowing what we know, who is the like player of the week right now?
I want to so badly say Cliff, because he killed that camp comeback competition.
Absolutely.
He destroyed it. I feel sorry for Ovi, Kemi, and David, because you could tell that they really wanted to be back in. But for Cliff to come back into the house immediately win HOH and put 2 big players up on the block, that's a pretty big week.
Super impressive. I was so totally impressed with Cliff.
Definitely. So how the veto plays out and how that all works out, may remain to be seen how he does overall with his HOH, if it's successful or not. But either way, I think we're going to see one of the Grateful Alliance headed home.
Fingers crossed.
start to dwindle their numbers, though. I think they're starting to do that themselves.
Well, that's what happens, right? That's what happens with those big alliances. You can't keep moving through the game without, having some casualties. I just really hope that Cliff and the rest of the kind of outsiders to Grateful, Undeniable, 6 shooters, I just really hope that they're not playing a game of, I want to be in as long as possible and be picked off last. I want them to play to win. And I feel like their vibe right now is, well, I might be the 5th person to get evicted instead of like playing to stay the whole time.
Yeah, I think if everybody banded together, including Nick and Bella, who are already on the outs, they would then have the numbers to take on the 6 shooters. But everyone, again, wants so much to be part of that, cool kids group, that they're willing to forego their own game to help benefit that alliance.
Yeah,
and, I think that's how they're going to continue to run the house.
If they keep running the house, I'm not going to... It's hard to watch. I have to say, it is hard to watch.
Yeah.
Well, here's hoping that Big Brother can kind of get it together and, I don't know, maybe put some kind of a spin on the game that gets all of the Jacks out.
Well, there is talk of possibly penalizing Jackson this week. He volunteered to be a have-not, but then was seen sneaking food into the shower to eat in the shower.
Are you kidding me?
No, there's recorded evidence.
He has no respect for the game or himself or other people.
Another thing that was brought up in conversation with that, and I believe he's told to some people in the house, that he actually has some kind of eating disorder where I don't know if he's eating too much or he has some weird relationship with food, but that caused a big rift between him and Holly this past day or two, because Holly, who is now in a relationship with Jackson, had made a comment to Jackson that his abs weren't looking as ripped as they were when he first came into the house, and he looked like he had put on a little weight, which he took terribly and refused to talk to her for at least a day.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh, I need to go onto the boards right now and read about this. This is crazy.
In all fairness, if that had been reversed, I could see that being much worse.
For sure.
like, oh, you're putting on a little weight. That's like, but
Oh, it goes, you know what? It
just
goes
crazy.
both ways. It goes
Yep.
both ways. And that's something that we have to be conscious of in our society. Like, is this only okay because a woman is saying it or because a man is saying it? That is something to call it. Wayne, look at you go. That is something really important to call out. Like, if the scenario was flipped, how would we feel?
Yeah, Big Brother tackling the big issues.
Really tackling the big issues.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much, Wayne, for coming on this week. I feel like it is a hot button season and there's a lot of drama and you're handling it and talking us through it with grace and opening our eyes to the big issues that need to be discussed.
Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. So.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks, Wayne. I'll talk to you later.
Yep. Bye. Have a good night.
Bye. We are moving into the food for thought segment of the show where I talk a little bit about some thoughts I've been having. So one thing that I have been kind of mulling over recently is in New York, we are really lucky to benefit from boutique bougie fitness. And the city is so generous to provide these expensive workout facilities for us. So some people have ClassPass, some people pay to just go to these classes once in a while. Some people have like membership to these fancy gyms. I, moonlight in attending some of these fancier gyms. And I went to this one gym recently and I love it, but they put some workouts on the board that were kind of confusing. So there was zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. Within the zones, there was exercise A, B, and C, which you had to do for a set of 4 in going back and forth between A and B and C and B and A and B and C and B in zone 1, 2, and 3. I am in those classes to not think, okay? To de-stress, to relax, to bring myself back to center, not to do algebra, okay? Also, I happen to, in this one class, which I was in with friends, I happen to generally try to find people who know what they're doing during that crazy math equation of workout. And I joined a group, they do little small groups. It's like a circuit class. I joined a group that was filled with people like me who did not know what we were doing and could not follow the math. So we kept looking at each other being like, and then what do we do? And where do we go? And what's next? Thank God for the very attractive coaching assistants. They were helping us. He was helping us out knowing where to go. And it was really funny, and this math and algebra really doing the math back and forth, it just cracked me up and reminded me so much of grammar school, which is another thing that came up in the class, which was in school we would do what they were called girl push-ups. That was real. We called them girl push-ups. If you couldn't do a standard push-up, which was fully on your arms and legs up with not putting your knees to the ground, you would do a girl push-up, which essentially you just put your knees to the ground and it's amended. It's a little bit easier. So in this workout class where I was doing all these math equations to remember where I was supposed to be, zone 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, set 5, who could keep up? They were saying, and if you want to do the push-up, great. If you want to do an amended push-up, you can do that as well. If you have any injuries or any back issues, we recommend an amended push-up. And I was proud that they weren't using the phrase girl push-up, but also no shit, we should not be saying girl push-up anymore. I was saying earlier, it's we shouldn't be saying girl push-up because what you're saying is girl is synonymous with weak, and women and girls, we are not weak. I've seen plenty of men who can't do a standard push-up and they go to the amended push-up. And just in general, I've seen plenty of weak men. So I was dying that we're having this amended push-up. I'm of course, we don't say that anymore. There's a lot of things that we don't say anymore, and I'm really glad for it, but it also just reminds me how kind of messed up things were even longer than that, probably 20 years ago when I was doing these girl push-ups in my grammar school. It was a great workout class. I love the place that I went to. I love the instructor. I love my friends that I go with. So that's my food for thought, and that's the food for thought, which brings me into my next segment of the show. My good friend Kiayani Douglas at _IMK Douglas is going to be joining me. You can follow her on Instagram.
Do I have to hold this?
No, you can throw it away. You don't need
Hello.
it. You don't need it. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Make sure that
you're
you're
ready.
exactly what you want. So this is the point of the show where I will ask the guest, how do we know each other?
I know Ellyn with a Y. That's literally how she introduced herself when we met. As RAs, we were on the same RA staff together in Regents. I think this was your first year as an RA.
Yeah, at the University of Hartford.
Yeah, and it was my second year as an RA. And she is a person to sit next to in a staff meeting. Because she has all the tea and all
I've got a lot of feelings.
Yeah, she has a lot of feelings for sure.
I always say, I've got a lot of feelings about this.
Everything is she has feelings about everything, yes, for sure.
So we had a lot of good times. We were reminiscing. Kiayani is the furthest traveler for my show. You came all the way down from Massachusetts.
Yes.
Massachusetts to come be on the show today.
Just Western Mass.
Yeah. And Massachusetts all the same. It's far. So thank you so much for coming to be on the show.
No problem.
I'm so excited. And there's so much to talk about, but I really wanted to talk about a couple of the titles. Yeah, we have a lot of UHA and alumni here. Yes. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the titles. So you are an artist. I've known you as an artist since we met. But you describe yourself as an interdisciplinary educator, an artist, a potter, a Black identity enthusiast, and an advocate. And the first question is, what is an interdisciplinary educator?
For me, it's teaching the whole child. I'm teaching about self-discipline. I'm teaching them a little math. I'm teaching them a little bit art. I'm not just an art teacher. I'm an educator that is interested in crossing all these different disciplines and putting them together for that one person or one group.
Okay, interesting, for the child, so they can learn and hear in a lot of different ways. Okay,
yeah.
Very cool. And so we were talking a little bit about how you went and got your MFA, which is a Master of Fine Arts, which is very exciting. And you got your MFA, and that in that point in your life is when you said that you kind of had a little bit more of an awakening to different cultures and art, and specifically within Black culture and the Black community, learning about art. And that kind of, did it surprise you a little bit that you were not as aware as you thought you were?
No, yes and no. It was more so disappointed that all these other people, these non-Black people were a lot more educated on the topics than I was. And a lot of that just had to go with I went to public high school, which most people did, but it was a very diverse high school, but it's just the American curriculum. It doesn't really teach you about those nitty-gritty things, and some people are privileged enough to have that in their upbringing, to know and to have that special tutoring or whatever the case may be. And so it was just
It's really interesting. And so your art, and if you guys should definitely follow Kiayani after you finish watching the video. So it would be at _IMK Douglas. And so a lot of the art that you're putting forward right now, and a lot of the messaging you're putting forward right now, for me is personally, I believe it's really, really inspiring, and it's an important conversation to be having. But can you talk a little bit about how that awareness that you didn't necessarily have growing up with the American education system, how that has kind of fueled your art right now?
It's fueled it in a way where I'm seeing it's kind of double-sided. I grew up understanding art to be very white. You have Michelangelo, you have Picasso, you're taught about all these very white people doing art. And so you never really hear about Emilee Douglas. There is a person who's been making art in the same narrative as me, and his last name is Douglas. I didn't know that until I was in college.
Oh my God.
Had I known that before, that probably would have changed a lot of things in my life, a lot of behavioral, just a lot of energy. And it's just like I'm coming now to the point where I'm like finding out these things, and it's rewarding, because it's like there's some people that still don't know their history. Yeah. So it's like there's a privilege within that itself, and there's also that like the other side of it where it's like, damn, like I've been gypped my entire life from some like a culture that is part of me, but like just because of just our system, it just wasn't presented to me.
And we were talking a little bit about like, if you've never been exposed to an idea or a person or an artist before, you wouldn't know. So it's not like an intentional thing where you're blocking out information, but you just genuinely haven't been exposed to it. And how representation, oh my God, representation is so important, especially to hear that there's an artist who's working in the same space with the same last name, like that kind of like.
I'm like, I think we're related. Yeah. He just doesn't know it. Like there hasn't been DNA put out there. I did ancestry. So Kiayani Douglas, if you're out there, if you see this in time, please do ancestry DNA so we can figure out if we are truly related.
Get connected.
Because it's like, it's kind of freakish.
I love it. Well, I'm all about like us speaking our intentions on the show and bringing things to fruition. Yes. And that's like
my mantra.
100%. Yes. Which I want to bring to fruition. People attending your major show that you have in February 2020. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Talk about speaking things into existence. So I had a passion planner that I brought 3 years ago when I started my MFA at the University of Hartford. And in the passion planner, for those of you who know things about passion planner, it gives you like this like 1 month, 3 month, 1 year, and like lifetime goal. Okay. Like, and it just has you reflect and before you even start planning out your life. Okay. And obviously, I had a little bit of planner guilt, and I wasn't using my planner like how I should have been. And I stumbled across it because it was kind of expensive, so I kept it. And it was undated, so it was even nicer.
Oh, perfect.
Right? I'll put you on later. But, it was, it's undated. So, like, I looked in it just recently, and it said that in 3 years' time, this is August 9th of 2016, that I wanted to have my own solo show. And so yesterday, I just met with the lady from Springfield Technical College, who's the curator there, about my solo show that's going to be in February of 2020. And so I'm extremely excited because I have created lesson plans to go along with my my artwork to kind of create and dive into a deeper conversations rooted in race, history, and privilege. I feel like that's something that's like quickly swept under the rug. People like bring it up, but they don't want to like... They don't create those brave places to talk about it. Yeah. And so me and this show, it's all about creating that brave place to talk about these things, how the Black Panther Party, which my work is inspired by, and Kiayani Douglas was the Minister of Culture for the Black Panther Party, their message and the things that they advocated for are still relevant today. And kind of just need to be shared.
And I love that, and I think that it's super important to be sharing the knowledge and sharing like what is like igniting you in your art. But also I think, and we were talking about this before the show, like being able to share it with people. I talk a lot about being able to look at your friend group and making sure that your friend group doesn't just look like you, because it's true. It's sad and it's unfortunate, because then you don't have an understanding of what other people's experiences are and having empathy for other people. And I think that the more that we can create places and spaces for education and for positive dialogue and for expanding people's horizons, that is what is going to like make a change in our culture. And I think that we're in a time right now where we all have to take responsibility for that, and to look at art that's inspired by something that's important and that has moved you and moves you is like, I'm so excited for you.
I'm very, very blessed and excited to have this opportunity, because it's not like I had to carve out my space. I have an entire month to show this work and to create programming around it. Like, it's just like, I want everyone to come. If you follow me, you sign up for like my link and my, subscribe, email, whatever. Yep. Do that. I promise not to spam you because I don't even know what it is. But I just want to tell people to come to my show. So, I mean, all of it it's all going to be free. I'm actually working with a couple couple of schools to bring students in to do some workshops.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's really community based. The Springfield, like the college community there, the community, high schoolers. I want everyone to come. I want everyone. There's a space for everyone at this table to talk about this type of stuff for sure.
I love that.
I would love for you to come.
Oh my God.
I want to have
I
like a
wanna
press
come.
like release kind of thing. Like I'm going
Am I
big.
press?
Yeah,
Oh
of
my
course you're
God,
press.
that's so sweet.
Yeah, of course you're press.
That's so sweet. Oh my God. We've made it. Ellyn with a Y. We have made it. Oh my God, I love it. Well, okay, so you can follow Kiayani at @_IMK Douglas, and then also on her website, you can check out her information. It's imkdouglas.com, and the show is in February of 2020. So mark your calendars because you can't say we didn't tell you soon enough.
Facts.
So that brings me into a really fun portion of the show where we're going to play a game. And everyone that's watching, you can comment along and let us know your answer. We're bringing back Would You Rather. Mm-hmm. So the first one is, would you rather have your car break down in the snow or in the heat?
Oh my God, snow.
Snow?
Yes.
Why?
Hands down. I can bundle up. I'm the type to keep like blankets in my car if I have.
Oh,
like I'm like
my
that kind of
gosh.
planner. Heat. Did you see your face the other day?
Insert photo of my face sweating
Oh my God.
on the
Not
subway.
a good look. I couldn't do it. No.
Oh my God. I would pick the heat because I'd be afraid to freeze to death.
No, I'm a winter baby, so I was born in a winter, like a big storm. So I'm used to it.
Okay, well, we're split down the middle. Okay, so the next question is, would you rather eat something so spicy you throw up or eat something rotten and have diarrhea?
So I know for a fact I can't eat something so spicy that I would throw up because my boyfriend is a cook and he throws the whole pepper with seeds in there sometimes. Yum. And I have eaten a whole pepper with hot sauce from that pepper with seeds and I haven't vomited. So I would do like spicy. No
You would
rotten
do
food,
spicy?
no.
Yeah.
No fermented food.
Oh, I just hate throwing up. I hate throwing up in such a significant, like a serious way.
Me too, but I know I won't throw up because I've had so much spicy food.
Oh, I don't know. I hate throwing up. But then when you throw up, then it's over. Like it doesn't, I don't know. But
Sometimes it lingers. It's one of those.
I guess maybe I would rather have diarrhea. I feel like it's more manageable.
Nope.
No, you'd rather throw up?
You can miss me with the diarrhea for sure.
I don't know. It feels more manageable. Like, I don't know. I get broken blood vessels in my face when I throw up.
But you can get them in your butt from diarrhea.
I'm sorry. That's the teacher, guys. It's interdisciplinary.
Exactly.
She's
I want to educate you guys
She's teaching us. Okay, so it seems like we're all divided on that one as well.
No, it looks like most people want spicy.
Oh, get out of here. Okay, so that is our game, which brings me into our final segment of the show, and that is Noah Centineo News. Kiayani, you're very aware of my Noah Centineo obsession. A true fan of the show.
I've been waiting my whole life to sit next to you while you give the talk. Yes.
Give the tea on Noah. Mm-hmm. So, unfortunately, I have to report that his movie Swiped, which was direct to iTunes release, was uploaded or added to Netflix this past weekend. I did the best that I could, Scout's honor, to watch that movie, and it is so beyond terrible that I couldn't even fast forward just to the Noah Centineo parts. Sorry, Noah, love you. Hated the movie. And that's
real unconditional love.
Yeah, you know, still love you. So that is the Noah Centineo News segment for the show, which means that is the end of our show. Thank you everyone for watching and tuning in week over week. Thank you to my 100 plus subscribers. I appreciate you. I love you. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
Thank you to Kiayani for coming all the way down from Massachusetts to hang out with me and do this show.
My pleasure. No, literally my pleasure.
I really, really appreciate it. And everyone, I hope this show brought you a little bit of joy. I hope it brought you a little bit of laughter. We could all use more of it. And please, please go out and spread that.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. Bye.
Oh, your hand.
I like waving. Bye. Hi everyone, thanks for watching. To subscribe to my channel, click here, and to watch more videos, click here. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell so that you get notified every time I upload a video. Thanks.